If you want to know how to animate like Oversimplified, you've come to the right place. I'm going to walk you through basic character and arm movements, as well as head flips, turns, face changes, and motion blur. The best part is it can all be done for free in Davinci Resolve. First up, before we can animate these characters, I need to show you how to draw them, else my method won't work. So open your illustration software and create a new canvas. Make sure this is landscape with a 4K resolution. If you make it in portrait, our character won't move properly later on. Then make a new layer for each part of your character that you want to move. Use the path tool to outline your shapes, and when you're done, press Ctrl and click the original point to join the path. Now select two colors, one you want to fill with and one you want to outline with. Next, with your path selected, press Fill Path with your chosen color, and then swap them around. Click Stroke Path to outline it. Now remember to switch layers for your next moving part. To get a perfect circle in Gimp, you can use the Ellipse Select tool with a fixed ratio. Then right-click it, press Select, and then hit To Path to make an outline. Use the same steps as before to finish it up. Then add any extra features you want, like uniforms, eyebrows, and eyes. You don't need to draw any arms though, that comes later. Once you're finished with the character, hide each layer and export them separately by going to File, Export. I recommend you get each of these parts as a separate image and then import them into Davinci Resolve. Drag in a background and then go into its Fusion page. Moving on to step 2, we need to set up our character. Start by dragging the various parts into the node section. Make sure the things you want to show up on top are added to the right. Now drag in a transform box between your image and merge node. Resize your character for the scene and change its position to where you want it. You can copy and paste the transform node and join it to your other parts to give them the same scaling. Once you have your pieces in the right position, we can make some arms for a really easy animation. Just add a background node and turn the alpha down to 0. Join this to a paint node, a transform node, and then a merge node. Make sure it's connected to the output line. Go back and select the paint box again and click on Polyline Stroke at the top. Draw on your arms and add as many points as you want. Then come over to the inspector on the right and change the brush shape, size, and color until you get what you're looking for. Finally, step 3 is animating. Starting with the arms in the paint node, click the shape animation diamond in your starting position. Move your playhead further on and then drag your paint handles to another point. And you'll see you've just made your character move. We can improve this by opening the spline section and selecting our keyframes. Press S to smooth out the path, making the movement more natural. You can also include some motion blur like Oversimplified by going to Settings in the inspector. Tick this box and play around with the sliders until you're happy. We can do the same thing with the other arm, but add this to the left of all of our nodes so it appears behind the body. Now let's focus on the head of the character. Click on the transform node for this image and move the pivot point to somewhere the neck would be. This means when we keyframe its angle, we can make it look like the head is moving naturally. Okay, now what about head flips? It's really as simple as keyframing this flip control, moving forwards and pressing the horizontal button to move your head the other way. Again, you can add motion blur to this to make it look less abrupt. Increase the shutter angle to catch more frames during the movement. Another cool feature to add is changing between a blank face and one with features like a mouth and eyebrows. To do this, select your head image and press Shift spacebar. Type in dissolve and hit enter. Now drag your other version of the head and connect it to this dissolve node. You'll see that when you change the slider between background and foreground, you can swap between the different expressions. Finally, you might be wondering how to move all of these pieces at once. There is a way of doing this by searching for a custom tool. Add this to the output line and pin it in the inspector. Then go into the transform tool for each of your images. Highlight the numbers, type in equals, and press enter. This will give an expression box, which you'll need to drag and link to this point in one row. If you click on another transform node and link it to the same row, you'll find they now move together, which is great for us. Now don't worry, you can still move individual pieces in the merge node, and all the effects I ran through still work. If you want to make maps and scenes for your animations, you can watch this video here.